So much of what we do as religious persons, as spiritual pilgrims, as seekers of meaning, is to find symbols that serve us, that authentically can represent our wonderings, our hopes, our imagination, our creativity. I speak about our flaming chalice every Sunday, a common cup, sharing oil, sharing a candle, sharing a flame that signifies for us knowledge, love, welcome, illumination. It's not a barbarian symbol of a crucifixion. It's not a vague interpretation, but it's a common thing, a common shared cup, which represents our common humanity. It represents the communion table, the breaking of bread, the welcoming of the visitor, the traveler, sharing water, one of the vital elements of creation. It symbolizes fire, the idea of the hearthstone, the illumination, the beacon on the hill, the vision, the lighthouse. We as Unitarian Universalists gather today as the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tampa to celebrate light, community, hope, imagination, and love. Fancy words, big words. Sometimes they can be vague, but we all know them when they're said because we've had folks who've lived those words for us, given them life by their caring, by their concern, by their modeling. Welcome all to this place. I spoke of freedom. Freedom is an invitation to accept responsibility. Freedom is the realization that I've got to do something with this. I'm required to be about something. If we've got a master, if we've got a boss, if we've got a sovereign God, then all we have to do is be obedient. All we have to do is learn the rules. All we have to do is to say the right thing. All we have to do is submerge who we are and try to anticipate the personality of the person who has power over us. Whether it be a church body, whether it be a God of our imagination, whether it be a system that oppresses, whether it be a community that doesn't understand us. Freedom comes with a price. And not only the price and requirement of courage, but the price to be creative. Now you've got your freedom, what are you going to do with it? One of the most poignant periods of U.S. history was the period after the Civil War, when we said to millions of our fellow people in this country, you're now free. Go do something. Well, in studying that and looking at the psychology of that and also the social dynamics of that, it behooves all of us to understand that that freedom was simply a challenge to claim our humanity. So as you sit in this space today, as you participate in what we're about, as you listen and hopefully are touched a few places and do some creative stuff in your own mind and spirit, remember that this freedom comes with a price. It comes with a price of participation. I can't bring you the truth. I can't bring you a notion that'll make your life complete. I can't even bring you a little bit of happiness. I can do some cheap jokes and I can take some cheap shots, but in reality what we do here is a pretty precious and unique thing. One thing of all, we're celebrating new people that have come this way and have claimed us as our community. We're celebrating a family who wants to recognize their children. We're celebrating what it means to be a human community informed by freedom, but still with the ability to create and craft meaningful dialogue and meaningful ceremonies and meaningful celebrations, to sing, to laugh, to be one with another. And each of us come here in our freedom to claim our humanity. May we be support and aids and comfort. May we be affirmative, and may we be agents of love for one another in this process, because we're all needed to make it happen. It's a lonely voyage without one another. Welcome all to this place. If you're lost, come on in. We'll look at some street maps. We'll look at some life maps. We'll share the blind alleys we've been up to. We've shared those moments of loss that we've been in. If you're looking for goodness, we'll remember some of those people who've touched and blessed us. If you're looking for hope, we'll share some of those dark moments where we've been. If you're perfect, there's some more places up the road. If you're open, hang around. If you know it all, other people need to share your knowledge. Hit the road. We're here to examine and celebrate what it means to be a human being. Free of the dogmas and the doctrines that oppress us, but only to the point that we can claim a freedom that will lift us. Expressing words about freedom and justice and compassion have very little power until they're lived in our lives. Till we can recount stories, share our experiences, be about recounting those opportunities that we've had to be human beings in a world where humanity gets a little thin sometimes. So welcome all to this place and this time.